Hey guys, and how about we watch Doctor Strange vs. Dr. Fate? Now, I'm very sorry how late this one was. Let's just say it was a very busy week for me. But either way, I'm here now. I barely have any spoilers. The only one that I might have is just the Death Battle cast. The title of it. I won't even mention it, but I did see that. I could not avoid seeing that. So, we'll see how this turns out regardless. From what I immediately know, I will guess that Doctor Strange will win. Admittedly, I do mostly just say that because of the Marvel movies. He has time manipulation, which is a very, very ridiculous thing you can do. Not to mention the sling ring, travel anywhere at any time, astral projection. Admittedly, I don't know how that actually works, like, entirely. I don't know how his astral form can affect the real world, or if it even can. I guess, thinking back on it, I'm mostly just banking on that time manipulation being helpful. And I know, for a fact, I'm missing out on a lot of the things that these characters do. Probably dozens, hundreds of things that these characters do. So, while it might not be up to me, it is up to these guys, and I might get it right, I might get it wrong. I don't know, but either way, let's start our show. Play.
The art of magic is a perplexing thing. Only those with the right knowledge, talent, and willpower can truly claim to be the most powerful wizards of all.
Like Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme of Marvel Comics.
And Dr. Fate, DC's defender of cosmic order.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay.
Dr. Stephen Strange wasn't just any brilliant neurosurgeon, he was the very best.
Too bad he was also a prick who cared more about the money he made than the patients he worked on.
Sensational patients bring recognition. Recognition brings money, and money keeps Wellhaven's doors open.
Can't blame him, though. When your entire family kicks the bucket one by one like Stevens did, it's kinda hard to get attached to anybody else. Also, money's just great.
Strange's talent at the operating table earned him celebrations worldwide. His work became more expensive, and his bank account rose into the millions.
And then...
Oh, yeah. Gotta love that.
Don't text and drive, kids. Strange survived, but his hands got terrible nerve damage, making them useless for complex tasks like, oh, I don't know, surgery. Pretty inconvenient.
To find a cure, Strange spent his entire fortune
that signature was not lined up with that handwriting at all.
He had heard of this man's befuddling mystic healing powers, and at this point, he was up for trying anything.
But the old dude refused to cure him. Instead, he offered to teach Strange how to use magic himself and become a superhero. Who needs hands when you have magic?
Through his training, Strange discovered many secrets of the universe, along with plenty of handy spells. He has learned so many charms, jinxes, enchantments, conjurations, hexes, and incantations that it would be impossible to list them all now, but he certainly has his favorites.
Like the nearly unbreakable bands of Sidorak. Unless you're super strong like the Hulk or Thanos, no way you're snapping these chains.
He can surround foes in everlasting fire with the flames of Faltine. Launch energy shots called the bolts of Balthor.
Why is he fighting?
Knock out foes.
Why is he
with
fighting
the mists of
Xenomorphs?
Morpheus, and shield himself using the 7 rings of Ragador.
Who the hell came up with these spell names? Whatever happened to plain old abracadabra? Everybody loves that one.
Other techniques of his include illusions, hypnotism, protective force fields, telekinesis, immortality, time manipulation,
Oh, immortality.
power stealing, teleportation, dimensional travel, transmutation, spell nullification,
And
Spell
he can turn
nullification.
himself into a ghost. Ooh.
That's his astral form, a projection of Strange's soul separate from his body, which defies the laws of physics.
Look, Wiz, he can go through walls and fly around. That's a ghost.
To invoke these spells, Strange audibly calls upon the powers of the Vishanti, 3 godly beings of enormous power.
Oh, that one's a kid.
Olympian gods too, apparently. Dormammu. That's surprising.
He sure puts Mysterio's hocus pocus to shame.
Anyway, after many years of study, Strange's mentor was slain by a creepy hentai monster, and Strange was granted the title of Sorcerer Supreme, which is like a normal sorcerer with all the toppings.
As Sorcerer Supreme, Strange was deemed the most powerful magic user and defender of the world. To better perform his duties, he carries numerous magical artifacts which assist him in battle.
The Cloak of Levitation lets him fly without magic and has a mind of its own, like Aladdin's magic carpet, but way more stylish. The Wand of Watum amplifies his powers, and the axe of Angarumas, whatever, cuts through mystical beings. Fun fact, Strange found that axe in my ex-wife's old witch cave. I mean apartment.
But most versatile of all is the Eye of Agamotto. With this amulet, Strange can perceive any truth, absorb massive amounts of energy, and
so this is the real Eye of Agamotto.
Fire a light that can
They're not going to mention the
entities.
MCU version.
Dr. Strange is super powerful. With all this magical mumbo-jumbo, he's taken on some of the biggest threats in the universe.
Set me free! No, I've come to bargain.
And if he ever gets stuck, he basically just rewrites the rules of reality, which is probably what happens when you divide by 0.
That's not even possible.
Exactly! It's Magic Whiz. Anything can happen.
Strange's astral form has traveled across the planet in, quote, precious seconds, putting him at several million miles per hour.
Even better, when Adam Warlock once used an Infinity Gem to banish Strange to the far reaches of the universe, Strange just cast a spell that zoomed him all the way back. So yeah, F you, Adam.
Within
Given
moments.
What we see here, Doctor Strange was most likely sent to a void, or a large empty area between galaxies. The void where our galaxy resides is about 2 billion light years in diameter, with the Milky Way set relatively close to the center. Based on Strange's conversation here, we can assume a generously short time frame of 5 seconds. So, Strange must have moved over 4.2 septillion miles per hour. That's 6 quadrillion times the speed of light.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Time he ripped the soul out of his arch nemesis and sent him back in time.
What?
Or when he restored his Cloak of Levitation from mere scraps. Or when he
that's
beat
not
up
that
Galactus
impressive.
and totally scrambled his brain?
With his immense magical prowess, Strange has survived blasts from Voltor, a robot with the power to move stars, and even withstood a supernova.
Oh
At minimum,
boy.
An exploding star outputs over 350 septillion gigatons of TNT. That's 6 octillion times greater than the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful
We've broken the limits, everyone.
Made.
Not impressed
It's
yet?
over.
Well, Strange can manipulate and detonate stars himself. That's right, this guy uses supernovas as weapons.
Strange is exceptionally clever, and while his physique is not superhuman, it's worth noting that he is a talented athlete and martial artist. This is important as the use of magic can wear down the magician's body if it is unfit. His immortality has also proved incredibly useful.
I'll say, he's looking pretty good for a guy born in the 1930s.
I'm sorry.
At one point, Strange was recruited by the Vishanti to fight in a magical war, which lasted 5,000 years.
Holy
Why
shit.
did he grow his hair
I hope
out
he got
that
some
much?
Really good veterans benefits after that. But for real, this guy has the power to protect the universe and reshape it however he wants. I know which doctor I'm calling the next time I'm sick.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Strange.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Tell me, Boomstick, do you believe in fate?
I only believe in one thing, Wiz. 18-year, 100-proof whiskey.
Well, after accompanying his father on an archaeological expedition in Mesopotamia, 12-year-old Kent Nelson certainly did.
Instead of digging up boring old artifacts like tools or pottery, Kent uncovered a 10-billion-year-old god. Too bad waking him up also gassed Kent's dad to death.
Oh.
This slumbering god
Okay.
was Nabu, a Lord of Order born from the very beginning of the universe. While Nabu normally cares little about the universally inconsequential concerns of individual humans, this time was different. Nabu took the newly orphaned Kent under his wing and taught him the ways of magic.
Oh, sweet! I'd take a god dad over an ordinary one any day. But really, I'd just take any dad.
Though Nabu wasn't
Wait, hold on,
too
what was
keen
that
on
from? The guy had a
actual
robot eye.
parenting part of the deal. So he just magicked Kent into a full-grown adult over the course of a week.
Does that mean he got
Oh,
hit
God,
with
no.
all 2 years of awkward puberty all at once?
Ugh.
My God, Talk about a mood swing.
To master the mystic arts, Nabu granted Kent 3 ancient relics. First and foremost, Kent donned the golden helmet of fate.
Well, Kent woke up the physical body. Nabu's soul is actually inside this helmet. So when Kent put it on, his spirit merged with Nabu's and they became Dr. Fate.
I am an agent of order.
Wait, he's 12. Technically, he can't be a doctor yet, right?
Well, in time, he became a trained physician and achieved a PhD in archaeology.
Oh, well.
Good for him.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyway, he's also got the Cloak of Destiny, which gave him flight, super strength, and superhuman durability.
Lastly, he received the Amulet of Anubis, a talisman which increases Fate's powers, counters opposing magic, and can launch an intense beam of magical firepower. It
I see.
also houses its own pocket dimension, where the souls of past Dr. Fates reside.
Oh yeah, lots of people have worn that shiny helmet, and not all of them were doctors.
What?
Even Kent's wife
Wait, what?
Ilsa got in on the magic action. But Kent is, like, the main one, so we're sticking with him.
As Dr. Fate, Kent became the immortal champion of the supernatural Lords of Order in their fight against the vile Lords of Chaos.
And he learned tons of wacky wizard skills he can use with just a thought. Perfect for putting chaos gods in their place.
Fate can use telekinesis, cast illusions, erect force fields, hypnotize foes, read minds, teleport vast distances, create an astral projection of himself.
Oh, he
travel
does that
through
too.
time and dimensions, and even manipulate matter at a molecular level.
Let's face it, Wiz, he's so powerful he can basically do whatever the hell he wants. Like that time he did a Freaky Friday body swap with Blue Beetle like it was nothing. He can even conjure up
that's-
Superman's Kryptonian powers for himself.
What?
That's right. This guy can just decide to be Superman for a day.
I'm sorry?
With his mighty magic, Fate has turned buildings into dust, thrown a planet into a sun, and physically held back the destruction of the universe.
The helmet, just the helmet, once flew through space so fast it reached the velocity of God and bounced off the edge of the universe. What the hell does that even mean?
Fate has regenerated his body from a single thought, withstood
What
hits
is
from the
that?
likes of Superman and Ultraman, and somehow survived in a dimension of reality where literally nothing exists.
Who the hell is writing this crap?
Also, when DC decided to reboot their entire comic line, Fate was one of the only characters to survive the crisis that literally collapsed the multiverse.
He does have one big weakness. The helmet is Nabu, and Nabu is the source of Fate's powers. So if you remove the helmet, he loses his magic.
For the most part, Kent does possess some magical ability of his own, like telekinesis and super strength, but he's not even remotely close to the potential of Dr. Fate. And even further from the true Fate. When the souls
The
of a
true
man,
Fate?
a woman, and a god come together, in this case Kent, Inza, and Nabu, they create Dr. Fate's ultimate state of being. An entity with enough power to rip the universe apart and effortlessly overpower other Lords of Order and Chaos.
Sadly, like all menage a trois scenarios, keeping this going for too long could destroy all three of them. So Fate doesn't go final form unless he absolutely has to.
Still, the people of the cosmos can sleep easy knowing Fate is on their side.
Your fate is utterly binding.
Who are you?
Well, let me show you, my friend.
Huh.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, I'll teach you how to be a wizard in the kitchen.
Of course. Oh, new music. Still weird. Reverse. Oh boy, cheese. What does that even mean? Wait, hold on. Was he killing chicken with a butter knife?
Where do I sign up? So check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free.
Yes, now I'm analyzing the food commercial. That's the level we've gotten to.
To get your first 3 meals free. But right now, it's time for a death battle!
Okay. Let's see this. Fate has a lot of ridiculous stuff, I now realize. So I'm not nearly as confident.
Stephen Strange. It has come to my attention that there are 2 Sorcerer Supremes in this existence. I am here to resolve this embarrassment. I see somebody needs a lesson in manners. Pitiful.
Taste the flames of the Fontaine! How's that for embarrassment?
Fool, you are merely a doctor. I am a god.
Where'd those come from?
This is April.
Oh, that was a nice water animation. Even now, nice water animation. Whoever animated that water, I give you amazing props. Wait, they're in Star Wars. What's going on here? Oh, he lost his cape.
Aha! I understand your power now. So the god is just a man in disguise.
Huh.
Let's see how you fare with him. Shut up! Oshter, grant me the crimson bag for Sidorak!
A friend once told me the helmet doesn't make the man.
But I will use it! Witness your true fate!
Oh boy. Oh, he turned black.
I can't stop you here. Maybe in there.
What was he doing?
By the hoary hosts of August. Where am I?
Dr. Strange, welcome to our home.
Wait, hold on, what? What'd he just do? Where he just... I thought he went into his brain. Huh.
So, don't doctors take an oath to never take a life or whatever?
Analyzing this matchup was bizarre. You might even say it was...
Don't.
strange?
Save the puns, Wiz, that's my job. But yeah, both these doctor wizards were so stupidly powerful, trying to find their limit was like looking for a needle in a haystack. But nobody remembered to put the needle there in the first place.
With their maximum potential seemingly unmeasurable, it's easy to make an argument for either one to win. If given the chance, Strange could have certainly, say, stolen Fate's powers, or maybe even just willed him out of existence.
I bet plenty of Strange fans are letting us know how in the comments below.
And that's fine, but Death Battle looks at the larger picture to find the most likely outcome of them all, and Fate simply held the advantage on a grander scale.
Strange may have fought a 5,000-year war, but Nabu's been around since the beginning of the universe. Over 10 billion years. He definitely had way more experience.
Fate also had the advantage of casting the majority of his spells non-verbally, while many of Strange's required specific hand movements and incantations. Still, it was only a matter of time until the Eye of Agamotto informed Strange of Fate's one weakness.
Depowering him wasn't as easy as you'd think. He had his own magic, and his superhuman strength was something Strange didn't have at all. Basically, anything Strange could do, Fate could do too. But even more.
Remember how Strange cast a spell which moved him 6 quadrillion times the speed of light?
Yep. Now remember how Fate's helmet flew from Earth to the edge of the universe and back?
It took about 1 year to make this trip. Given the estimated scope of the observable and unknown universe, a trip of this magnitude would require the helm to fly nearly 28 decillion times the speed of light. That's over 4 quintillion times faster than Strange.
Oh god.
Look at it this way. Strange was a man borrowing the powers of a god, while Fate's a god borrowing a man. Plus, that power boost with Inza's soul from the amulet put Fate on a level above the gods in his universe. Something Strange can't really do himself.
Both Doctor Strange and Dr. Fate possessed incomprehensibly impressive magic, but Fate held more experience, greater physical
abilities. Why did Strange even go into his head? Like, I don't get it. It's not even like he went into the amulet.
The winner is Dr. Fate.
Anyway. Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you want exclusive commentary on this episode,
I'm so confused.
And if you want the battle music for yourself,
but at the same time, it looked really nice. Again, I commend the water animation in particular. Oh, Ryu's back. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's happening now. Yeah, Jin's gonna win. Okay, so, this one. I mean, I basically... no, I don't have anything to talk about for this one. Jin is just quite clearly above Ryu. Either way, I know that's a popular matchup. Numerous reasons. Either way, I'm not super excited for it. It's still fun to see, though, nevertheless. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about, so I guess I just won't. I enjoyed the animation, although one thing I will note, Strange, I don't know if they were trying to say it was his own arrogance, but he basically just had Fate on a silver platter and just sort of stood there. He just stood there looking at him, really confused. I don't know why. I wish I had more to say on this. I just really don't. Well, if you liked my video, you can leave a like down there. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, then you can subscribe to the channel. And I will see all of you in the next video.